Test. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hey, yeah, what's up? Hey, sorry I'm a couple minutes late. Yeah, I'm just getting fully set up. I just wanted to make sure we started before 1 because I have another at 2. Um, which looks like we are good to go. Let me throw up an arena real quick. Always good. So a couple questions as we're getting started here. So you are a patron, correct? Okay, so we're good to go on payment. Everything's good there. Um, so okay, how long have you been playing Smash? Yeah, I feel. Gotcha. Yeah, I was the same way with Melee. Played it all the time, but yeah, I played it all the time with my little cousins. Not gonna lie, I didn't even know that tilt attacks existed until I started playing competitive. Tilt? Tilt? I'm not tilted. I'm perfectly calm. I'm not tilting. Yep. Yep. Same here. That's how everyone starts out, I think. Um. So yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah. Just go to arenas. Yep. Yes. Yeah. You type the ID, and then the part after the slash is the password. So you've been playing Ike for about a month, you said, right? Yeah, I read Berserk for the first time this year, and then yeah, then when Mira passed away, I was like, oh shit, no, too sad. Oh yeah, I heard that was really cool. I've watched a YouTube video on it. Yeah, one of us will change after this. Uh, yeah, the 987 anime is pretty good. It's not bad at all. That's how I showed my girlfriend Berserk. Okay, um, so Smash. Yeah, sorry, it's just I want to use your hour wisely. Oh yeah, if you want to DM me about Berserk off your dime, I'm always down to talk about that show. But anyway, um, so can I see you do a few things just so I can get like a feel for how technical you are at this point? First off, can you just do this for me? Do short hop fastball, short hop fastball. Okay, nice. You get. Okay. Yeah. I can understand that. It's more like just any case where you can use only one finger instead of multiple frees you up to do other things. Uh, but at the same time, like if it works for you and you don't find it constricting you, that's perfectly fine. Just be open to change if you find it getting in your way. Um, because for example, like I have shoulder jump as well, and if I want to do a full momentum forward, like short hop aerial, right, like this, uh, and I'm trying to do that while also pressing two jump buttons at the same time, like that's a lot of inputs to do very quickly on my controller. Yeah, and that's fine if it works for you. And I'm not here to tell you your controls are wrong. I'm just here to tell you what works for me. And everyone's different. Everyone has different setups. And some people even still use tap jump. So like there's you can make it work. Um, I think that overall it's not all that important. So just whatever works for you. I mean, and the fact that you know how to do the normal version, it makes it clear to me that if it ever gets in the way, you'll switch, which is good. Um, I've never used the two button method, so I don't know what challenges it might pose. It might be totally fine. Don't worry about it. Um, so so you know how to do that. Now I want you to do something else for me, okay? And this is a drill I recommend a lot to fairly newer players: is do this and then full hop, and alternate between full hop fastfall and short hop fastfall. Yep, that's why I recommend it. It's like a tongue twister. The reason the reason for that is that you're not completely comfortable with your movement. So when no, it's fine. Yeah, no judgment. This is just strictly telling you what will help you improve. Movement is, I think, the most. It's very very important because if you don't have full control over your character, how are you going to do anything with any kind of consistency? But also you want to make sure that you're not just abusing rhythm, right? Because in a game, games are chaotic. Games are you're not always just going to be doing this same thing. This is just a button press and a flick down at the same timing every time. So you can play it like an instrument, just rhythm. But if you start mixing in full hops, that's where it gets tricky because your brain's like, wait, this is not a set rhythm. I have to actually do this every time. And you need to get to the point where it feels automatic. And then once you get that, your brain will start building a rhythm of the short hop fastball. You got to make sure that you're mixing as well. But the most important thing is that the one you want to get is the one that's coming out every time. Yeah. Well, speaking to that, that is a spacing problem because in theory you should not really be getting grabbed for nair. Um, do you understand the concept of like frame safety? Yeah. Okay, so if your shield gets hit with a move while you're in shield, right? Shield grab is going to be frame 10 at best. Like even the fastest grabs are going to come out on frame 10. All right? Nair is -5. Okay? So that means if I hit their shield with Nair, they can only act 5 frames before me. And since a grab is 10 frames at best for Ike, it's actually 11. Then in theory, you should be able to get out of the way of their grab if you're spacing low enough to the ground. So let me show you. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry. I'm drinking a soda and just. Okay, hold on. Let your shield come back to full. So just try to grab my nair, okay? When I come in here. All right, shield when you're ready. See what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah. Spot dodge. The main thing you want to use it for is to beat grabs. And if you successfully spot dodge a move, you want to generally follow it up with something fast. Like for us, it would be down tilt or jab most of the time, or sometimes grab. Yeah, because So jab is our fastest at frame 4, but it's not a very high reward, right? It's like 12%, which I think it's 12%. Yeah, which is not bad. Yeah, but then if we get a down tilt, we can get combos, right? We can do down tilt back air, which is a lot more damage. That being said, sometimes jab is the best punish you can get, and hey, 12% in stage position, not so bad. Um, but so also there's grab. So I said our grab comes out on frame 11. There's actually a thing in this game where if your shield gets hit, it adds 4 frames to your grab. So just to make it so that every move can't get grabbed out of shield, it's like a thing they hard coded into the game, right? So our grab is actually frame 7, which is the same frame as down tilt. So if you think they're going to shield, grab can often be a good option as well, because it's just as fast as down tilt. Unfortunately, our grab has pretty bad range, which is unfortunate, but you know what? It's still relevant a lot of the time. Um, so it adds 4 frames universally. Yeah. It's hard coding. It doesn't work that way for other moves, but for grab specifically, it adds 4 frames on. So when it's important to read frame data. I have a whole video on frame data that's pretty detailed that I put a lot of time into. So if you want like the hard details, go check that out. But the main oh yeah, yeah, that yeah, that's you just got to grind it out in training mode a whole bunch. But that being said, I don't think that should be your focus right now. Yeah, you should feel totally fine just going for down tilt fair until you get other things down. I mean, it depends on how much you enjoy practicing tech. Like if you just want to learn it, go for it. But it's not the most important thing. I mean, punish game is very important, and it's also the easiest thing to practice, right? Because it's just repetition. You just do it over and over again. Things like neutral and disadvantage are inherently harder to practice because you need another person. Um, and they're more like nebulous, more ambiguous concepts. But so yeah, practice your tech, practice your movement. That's a big deal. So I think like literally like just a couple minutes. I'd say 5 minutes, but even that might be a little much. 2 minutes every day of doing this is going to make you feel more comfortable. And then once you get to the point where you can do it like me, where you're just doing it consistently, start moving around with it. Yep. This is actually a good stage to practice on because like aim for something like I want to land on that white pad there with a full hop. Well, now I can't. But yeah, well, now I can't because there's a platform in the way. But I'm gonna go to this one on the left. Bam. See what I mean? Practice making sure that you can land exactly where you want with exactly the jump that you want. Things like that. Yeah, and online makes it confusing because online has delay, but these things are worth practicing either way. You say sheiks? Yeah. If you're losing to sheiks, rushdown is definitely a struggle sometimes because Ike doesn't have that kind of startup. The biggest things I would say against characters like that is hit fewer buttons and spend more time doing this, backing up, instead of trying to jump in and nair at them. Because what are they gonna do? Like come nair at me, or yeah, sorry, do a full hop nair me. Do like tuner, do like nair and then nair at me again. Sorry, yeah, back up and then do it. Sorry, yeah, I'm not giving good instruction. One sec. No, you're good, you're good. Okay, just do a full hop nair. You got it. Do, yeah, do it at me. You got it. So yeah, sometimes Ike doesn't have the frame data to beat it, but see what I'm saying? Yeah, Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's got pretty crappy range. It's like the 10th worst grab in the game in terms of range or something like that. Yeah. No, his grab sucks. But we have to use it because we have like really good grab combos, right? Like we have big damage we can get out of grabs. It's a really nice way to get positioning. Like our back throw sends into like a disgusting tech situation where we can follow up with like a dash attack or something. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's not so bad. Like back throw me and then do it. The good thing about it is, ooh, I can't take it online. Here, do back throw and then even if you neutral tech, you still get hit. So it covers two options. So yeah, it's not bad. It is kind of scummy though, because it's so much harder to tech that online than it is offline. Oh yeah. Oh no, dude, that's his fault. That's his fault for not counterplaying it. So, um, do you think mentality is something you struggle with, or or are you still working on the mechanics? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we all struggle with that. I absolutely understand. So the biggest thing, and this is just a minor thing I'm just going to throw out there. We can talk about it more in a different session if there's no other sessions or anything. Because I want to focus on some mechanical stuff with you. But the biggest thing is to be as free of judgment as you can, and that means not just yourself. I mean, obviously everyone's out here. Oh, I should have missed that. Oh, I should have done it. It takes you out of the game. If you're sitting here beating yourself up, like the time for that is later. Record your sessions and do VOD review and say, okay, I need to fix this and this. Um, but if you're trying to win and you're really there and you're trying your best to win, then you don't need distractions, and that's what self judgment is. Excuse me. Self judgment is a distraction. Um, but that also extends to your opponent. Your opponent, don't sit there judging them either. And I'm not saying that from a moral standpoint. I mean, I hate certain strategies. I think they feel scummy, but they're there. And the key word, yeah, yeah, and whatever. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like the person. That's fine. But if you want to succeed, which is your goal, um, then you need to accept things the way they are. You have to accept the game the way it is. You have to accept your opponent's strategy the way it is. And uh, it, I don't know. I'm really afraid of over teaching here because there's a lot of stuff to cover. Um, good. Oh, I just realized I was not recording your voice this whole time. That's unfortunate. But oh well.
Oh,
I
it's
got it fixed now.
okay.
My voice got recorded.
Oh, okay. Oh, is this for like a VOD, I guess?
Yeah, I send VODs to all my
Okay.
students so that they can
Oh,
review it
nice.
all, and it's very
Oh,
helpful, I think.
Yeah,
I put it
absolutely.
up on a public YouTube, but I can also unlist it if that makes you uncomfortable. So just let me know
No,
after.
you could put it up if you want. Absolutely, I don't mind.
Cool. Um,
Yeah,
so uh, there's basically two voices in your head, right?
yeah.
I've been reading a book called The Inner Game of Tennis. You ever heard of it?
No, I never heard of that book.
So it's about tennis, but it's more than anything, it's about mentality and competition. Um,
Okay.
and it has these concepts called self one and self two, right?
Hmm.
Self two is the doer. It's the part of you that is automatically moving your character around. You don't need to tell self two what to do; it just does it for you, right? Does that make
Right.
sense?
Exactly. Yep.
Self one is that judgmental voice in your head that's saying, do this, do that. But it's not just about judgment. Self one wants control, right? Self one's like, do
Right.
this, then do that. It's thinking about every single step and everything to do. Self one does not trust you, does not trust self two to do what self two does best. Human beings are
Right.
great at learning. Human
Uh
beings
huh.
are great at using the things they've learned unconsciously. You don't think when you walk around, right? You don't
Right.
walk down the
Right.
street and think I need to put my left foot forward, I need to put my right foot forward. You just do it. So
Right.
that should be the state you try to achieve when you're playing the game. Some people call it
Okay.
flow state. There's all sorts of different names for it. But the biggest bit of advice that has helped me in a huge way, first
Hmm.
off, do your prep before the game. This is why I tell you to do
Right.
drills. This is why I tell you to work on punish game. Get to the point where you actually can, yourself to actually can execute these things. Train yourself
Right.
to. But then the biggest thing you need to do in a match is just trust that part of yourself. Don't sit here and
Okay.
equivocate. Don't sit here and say, oh, I need to be doing this, this, and this. The biggest thing is just tell yourself, I trust myself to not screw this up. I trust self
Right.
to this automatic car. It's like when you're driving home and it's a route you've been on 1,000 times, and suddenly you're home and you didn't even notice any of your turns, right? That should
Right.
be the
Right.
state you're trying to achieve here
So
with
kind of
yourself
like an
too.
unconscious competence, right? Where you're
Exactly.
doing it like unconsciously.
That's
Right.
exactly it. And the more you actively
Okay.
think about what you're doing, the harder and harder it will be to be consistent because you'll overthink it and you'll tense up and you'll become rigid. You want to be
Yeah.
fluid, you want to flow.
And then I'll be because that's what happens. I start getting into the autopilot Ike Nair, doing this, and then the
Yep.
guy starts blocking, grabbing, and just like because I'm being super. And then it's weird. It's like I don't realize, but I'm doing the same thing over and over. It's like wait, I'm doing like literally just this.
That's exactly
I'm
true.
like you
Yep.
know.
But then there's another trap, right? And the trap is like
Mhm.
you'll be like, "Oh no, I wasn't supposed to judge myself, and now I'm judging myself. I'm an
I
idiot."
just did it. All
And
right. I
you'll
just did exactly.
yeah,
Then you
you'll
judge
judge
the
yourself for
judging.
judging yourself. Yeah. So
Right. Right.
the biggest thing is you got to accept things as they are. This is
Hmm.
starting to sound like therapy. I'm sorry, but
No, no. I mean, this is if I mean honestly, that's what the pros do. So
yeah,
it's a
accept
mental
things
game.
as they
Really, it's
are.
a huge thing. Yeah.
You use your self one, that active voice, to guide self to, but not to command it. Does that make sense?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, the philosophy's over now. We can actually do Ike things.
No, it's totally fine. I
Okay.
like all that stuff.
So 3 minutes I think is enough time for a game. Let's go ahead and play one out. Okay.
Okay. Okay. That was a good ass grab. Damn.
Thanks.
See, and I spot dodge a lot too, or not spot dodge. I dodge a lot.
Like roll.
Like, yeah, yeah, roll. That's what I meant. Yeah,
Gotcha.
and I go for really risky things like that forward smash that kind of didn't make any sense.
I don't think that forward smash was that bad actually.
Really.
Yeah, just because it's all about risk reward, right? Um,
Right.
if you're at 40 and you miss that smash attack, you might take 20 damage, but you're not going to die. And if I get hit, I die.
Right.
So in terms of smash attacks, maybe it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst either.
Right. Right. And I learned that by the way watching your VOD yesterday or your live stream with that Ike Ditto.
Which
Because I
thing to
saw like
counter it?
yeah, I saw a million Ikes do that. I'm like, all right, I got to start doing that.
Yeah, if you can get a predictable, see like that F smash, I don't know
Yeah,
about, right? If you hit me,
yeah.
what do you
I don't
get?
know. I don't know why I did that. Honestly,
Yeah, if you hit
I
that,
don't
you
deal
get 20%, and if you miss it, it puts you in a bad spot.
right,
You also just want to save those reads, right, for when they're actually going to
right.
kill.
Crap. I always miss that follow up. Always. Nice.
Oh, Another big risk.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I do that all the time online.
yeah, in moderation.
Yeah.
It's not strictly bad at all.
And then when I get tilted, I start doing that like way too much,
Yep,
like to the
because you
point where
just
it's like,
want
all
to
right, what the hell
kill
am I
them.
doing? Right. You just exactly right.
Yeah, no, you can't let your game plan change in a major way based
Yeah.
on things like that, because
Right.
you just become more predictable.
Hmm.
Not just predictable, but reactable, right? Like I can just
Right.
wait and punish you.
I don't know why I did that. Oh.
Ooh, okay, lots of smash attacks coming out. You should be mostly killing with either
Oh,
nair
nice.
combos, edge guards, or down tilt combos.
Yeah, I know you're not a big fan of like using a lot of smash attacks. Because
Yeah,
you know
I
what it
mean,
is? I think I compensate because I'm so bad at comboing that smash attack is just like an easy, if it hits, it's like an easy stock, right?
true. Yeah, but you also
But it's
stand to
like if
get
I
hard punished. So,
exactly. I lose a lot of games for that too.
yep. Um, so yeah, that's punish game. That's just something you need to work on your own, really.
Right. Oh, that was clean as hell, man.
Thanks.
I know, and I know you're not even playing like you're like taking it easy on me because I know you play crazy. Like you're,
I wouldn't say taking it easy. Just we're talking. Um,
yeah, yeah,
so, um, yeah. I mean, the biggest thing is you need to develop a game plan. Um,
yeah.
and the game plan needs to involve something other than smash attacks. Because
Right.
Ike smash attacks just straight up, they're just not very good. For the
Yeah, they're
most part.
terrible.
Yeah, I don't know if I go with terrible. They're just niche, right? Um,
Yeah, well, because the thing is, I came from playing Ganon. Like I have like a ton
yeah,
of games on Ganon, so I know his smash attacks are pretty decent. You use them a decent amount, so I think that's like kind of habit too, just
yeah,
doing this. You know what I mean? And this
Gan-
this one's like really slow. This one is like super
yeah. It's
telegraphed.
slower and less powerful than Ganon's, and
Yeah,
smaller. That being said,
right,
it still kills at like 40, so it has its place as like an air
right,
dodge read. Like, if you want to find an F smash, the way to
yeah,
do it is to hit a nair, wait
yeah,
for if you've noticed an air dodge have it, wait for a
right.
neutral air dodge, and then just charge up and smash them, and
Yeah,
that'll.
I do that. This works a lot, and I kind of just did this because like screwing around online, like doing this
Hmm.
and then letting them like because a lot of times they miss the tech or they'll go like this, and then I could just get the forward smash off.
Yeah,
And it works a lot online actually, doing the down tilt up into forward smash.
yeah, that absolutely works. I would
I
only
mean,
go for
it's
that
kind of
around
scummy.
40. No, it's not scummy. It's
Yeah,
not. You're
yeah,
calling out someone's
mm,
bad habit. Um,
right.
so I would not go for that at zero. Mainly
Okay,
because we have true combos that are down tilt that you
right.
can just get free fall. Like that's true. Um,
Yeah, I
so
like that. It's
I
hard
would.
to turn to do that. Yeah,
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice.
yeah.
But there's also just fair, and if they air dodge, you follow up with a jab. Like there's all sorts of
Okay,
things that we can do to get big damage that doesn't involve using a smash attack because it's just not worth
right,
it for the risk reward. That being
right.
said, if you're at say 45, go ahead and just like
Mm.
neutral air dodge for me. Okay,
Okay,
this is a
yeah.
pretty.
That
That's a
that's
pretty
so
good setup.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so good.
that should be the main way you're using smash attacks, not just in
Okay,
neutral. Um,
right.
so you need to figure out new ways to kill, and those ways to kill generally are going to involve down tilt, back air, down tilt fair, even down tilt up air. But
Okay,
those are more advanced, with the exception of down tilt fair, which is pretty easy, which you should absolutely learn right away. Other
okay.
than that, it's nair combos. It's all about you want to be able to get nair double jump up air. You want to be able to
Yeah.
get nair double jump back air. Um, and yeah, if you just learn that, and then obviously nair fair, you will be pretty good in the killing department. Other than that,
Yeah.
sometimes we'll get people to 130, and it's just all about landing that like stray back air or whatever, right?
Right. That pretty much kills. That kills at when does that kill? That kills like 80
Depends
and
where you are.
above. I mean, if at the
It'll
edge of the
kill at
stage,
80 on
right?
the ledge, yeah, on some
Yeah.
stages. And
Wow.
then obviously dash attack,
I use that way too
insanely
much
good
too.
kill move. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
really good. I mean, honestly, if you took all your F smashes and replaced them with dash attacks, you'd be in okay shape. But
Oh, okay.
it's pretty unsafe, and you want to
Yeah.
save it for percentages where it'll kill, which can sometimes
Okay.
be ridiculously early if you can catch them DIing badly.
Right.
Um, but yeah, you just need to do a study, all right? I
Right.
want you to let's play a couple games,
Okay.
and then I want you when our session is over. I
Yeah.
want you to look at the VOD. I mean, it doesn't have to be right away, but sometime before,
Okay.
if you're interested in doing another session sometime,
Hmm.
before we were to meet again, look
Okay.
it over in about half speed, and every
Okay.
single decision that you make, I want you to think about the risk reward. I want you to think,
Okay.
what do I stand to gain from doing this? What is the risk? How badly could I get punished if it misses? And then the other
Right.
factor is how confident am I it's going to hit? And you need to do that calculation in your head for everything that you do, and that'll help you
Okay.
figure out what is a good idea and what isn't. Other than that,
Okay.
I want you to do these drills I was talking about. And then
Okay.
another thing, I want you to practice doing your nairs as low spaced as possible. First off,
Okay.
you want to try to hit with the tip of the sword, right? Which, keep your
Right.
distance so they couldn't grab you anyway, or they can't do other shield
Right.
options. But other than that, you want your sword to be hitting your opponent as you hit the ground.
Okay.
Excuse me. And
Bless you.
you want to be able to do that out of a full hop or a short hop, right? Because
Okay.
the faster you hit the ground after hitting your opponent, the safer it'll be, right? Because it cancels earlier
Right.
and you get to act faster. So
Right.
that's how you avoid those grabs. In fact, if you shield and try to grab me,
Yeah.
I can jump away.
Oh, you could jump again and do it. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. I didn't know that. That's crazy because I keep trying to. I've learned to do that like fairly well, but then it's like I don't do anything afterwards. So it's like I'll be like, "Oh shit, he blocked it," and then I get grabbed. Like by the time I realize it's blocked and it didn't like do anything, I
Yeah,
don't react quick enough to like do another one. You know.
yeah, so one bait a lot of people go for is they either do nair, spot dodge, down tilt, and they get something out of the down tilt, or you do
Okay.
nair and then you jump and you do another nair, and then you get a combo off of that nair because they tried to grab you the first time.
Right.
So that's just like layer one, right? Like that'll work on players who don't know how to counterplay Ike, but you
Okay.
got to get through layer one before you can get to layer two. So definitely work on
Right.
doing that. Okay, you
Okay.
want to play?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's
Absolutely.
do it. Taunt when you're ready.
Yep. I'm ready.
Let's go.
Oh, see, I did it. It's a habit.
Yep, risk reward. Think about it.
Yep. Nice. Oh, see, I always miss that grab.
Yeah, that's just something you got to
I,
practice.
yeah, it's like I got such a problem with that.
I like these aerials at a disadvantage you're doing. You don't want to do it every time, but you're doing a good job covering yourself.
Oh, I didn't realize I was doing that. I think it must just be a force of habit.
Yeah, it's not a bad option at all. You just got to
Mhm.
make sure you're mixing in your other options as well. Ooh, nice parry.
All right.
One thing you
Oh.
eventually want to start doing is down tilting out of parry instead of doing down smash. It's way
Okay.
faster, and you can get kills just as early with.
That's another thing. Like when I parry, oh, sorry to interrupt, but when I parry, it's never because I'm like just parrying, like, oh, I'm going to parry. It's literally like accidental, like every time.
Yeah, I mean,
Like I have to
sometimes.
learn how to parry. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine. I actually have a video about learning how to parry if you want to check that out. But
Yeah.
the biggest thing, what I am happy with is that you reacted to the fact that you got a parry and you did something, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Right.
good. That means that you're paying attention. That means that you are not just, buffering 4 moves in a row and hoping they work.
Right.
So that's smart, and that's good.
Mm-hmm. Damn, that parrying is so good. It's so clean.
Yeah, I have a video exactly how I do it, like the mentality that I go into when I'm parrying. The easiest thing to parry is falling aerials. Easiest thing in the game.
Yeah, because it's like they have a certain timing, right?
Yep.
Unless you're like mixing up timing like crazy, which I'm not. Oh, nice. That's clean.
Thanks.
Yeah,
You were actually dead because you didn't have a jump, but
I know. That's another thing too. I never keep track of jumps, like with the enemy. So I'm like, oh wait, did they use their jump? I know there's a certain animation, like that little floating animation, that happens when they use the second jump, but I never like pay attention to that in the game.
yep.
And that kind of
Another
like
thing I have a specific video on. I'll link you to everything I'm talking about. Sorry, I keep plugging myself, but yeah, I've covered a lot of this.
Because I saw the parry video, but then I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit that online.
Yeah,
I saw
online
it
it's
actually a couple
harder,
weeks
but
ago. Yeah,
you can
so I'm
definitely
thinking,
get consistent.
Yeah,
I recommend
because I just
the parry
jumping
video.
online.
It'll.
Yeah.
Another tip I would give you is always keep your eyes on your opponent. And the only way you can really do that is if you get completely comfortable with your movement so that you know where your character is without looking.
Yeah, now what is this? I see a lot of pros do that, all this stuff. Like, what is that? Is that just a land quicker?
It's called a waveland. Yeah, it's the land quicker, but it's mostly just flashy. Don't worry about it.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, should I be doing that? Like, I don't know if I'm like.
No, like
I see a lot of people do that after they stalk me. They'll go like this, and I'm like, what the hell? What is that?
It's yeah. I mean, it's a movement thing. Like you can do it in a match. Like sometimes I'll do it and then I'll down tilt because it'll put me out of grab range if they're on flats. But it's not important. I mean, you could be a top player and not waveland. It's really just a flex. It's like a holdover from like Melee, right?
Oh, right, with the whole crazy movement and that broken stuff in that game, yeah.
In Melee, you can waveland and wave dash and like act straight out of it. So it's like the way most people move around. Like a wave dash is when you do it on the ground like this. But
okay.
But in Ultimate, they added like a bunch of lag on the landing of aerials.
Oh, so you can't even do it.
Yeah,
right.
So you can do it, but it doesn't gain you much.
Right.
But yeah, it's just a thing people do to look flashy, really. Don't worry about
it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, I feel like I was saying something. Oh yeah, keep your eyes on your opponent. Yep, that's it.
Right.
Keep your eyes on your opponent and trust yourself to react, okay?
Okay.
Alright, let's go.
Let's go. Alright, that was really risky, but...
Caught out my spot dodge.
Yeah. Crap, and then follow up.
Speaking of risk reward, that was a bad ether for me. Oh.
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, no jump. Damn, I shouldn't have used it. That was a nervous reaction right there with that jump.
That is a very common bad recovery habit for my kids.
Yeah.
Is always double jump quick drawing right away.
I do that way too much online. I never used to do it that much, but now I'm doing it like a lot.
Make sure that you are mixing up your recovery in a lot of ways. Like you want to air dodge as well.
Right. Yeah, I never air dodge onto the left. I saw a lot of Ikes do that last night when you played. Yeah. I was like, I gotta start doing that. I never do that, literally.
It's way safer.
Yeah. And that's another thing too. I have a lot of trouble on ledges. Oh crap! I didn't hit B, but I hit it.
Oh, thought I went over it.
Nice. Nice. Oh damn.
See how I'm just waiting and reacting?
Yeah, you're doing so good at that. You're so patient too. I don't have that kind of patience. Well, I mean, I gotta learn that patience. I should say, yeah. That was good.
Every single
you were
action...
playing against Raven King, and it's like I'm like, damn, this guy's like whooping Raven King's ass. Like this is crazy.
That is not historically how that goes, but it's just... I've been doing well against it lately.
Yeah.
So the every action you do, I am absolutely over teaching you. I've given you so much information.
No,
but that's what the recording's
for. I love that you're putting it on a VOD. Yeah, I love because I can just rewatch this because I'm probably not going to retain every single thing, but the VOD's going to help a lot.
That's the idea. I hope so.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing is like everything you do in this game, in a fighting game, you're trying to outplay your opponent, right?
Right.
Everything is going to be either a prediction or a reaction, right?
Right.
You're either thinking, or coverage. You know, coverage is the third thing, where you're just trying to throw something out in case. And that can be fine too, in a lot of situations. But you're either predicting what your opponent's going to do and trying to counter it, or you're reacting to your opponent's option. Reactions are always better than predictions.
Okay.
Because they're guaranteed, right? If I see my opponent throws out an F smash, I just react and I dash attack him. I don't have to guess that he's going to F smash, right?
Right.
So my biggest advice to you going forward is slow down, keep your eyes on your opponent, stop hoping things will work, and take more time to just react to what your opponent's doing. Right,
because it's a definite thing. It's not just, oh my god, like instead of doing a Hail Mary, it's like, you know, what are the chances it's going to work? A lot of stuff like that forward smash that I hit you with, like for that parry, that's kind of like a little bit Hail Mary-ish.
Yeah.
Obviously, I knew you were going to quick draw, and that was also from your error too, because you thought you went over my head. But stuff like that, it's like I feel like I don't know, it just feels kind of fraudulent a little bit. I don't know if that's kind of a harsh word to use, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
like I
definitely
feel
a
like I
harsh
want
word to
to.
use. I mean,
Yeah,
because I don't always. I mean, it's not that predictions are bad. It's that you want to react wherever possible, and it's not always
Right,
possible.
right.
And when you are forced to predict, you want to make sure that the risk reward is in place, right? You want to make sure that the prediction is worth going for, because
Right.
like, you know, when I do Nair F smash, that's a prediction, right? I don't.
Mhm.
There's not time for me to see you air dodging and then F smash you. I have to think, okay, he's going to air dodge and do that.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure it's worth it. You got to first off make sure you have a good enough read on your opponent. Make sure that if you miss, the punish isn't too bad, and
Okay.
if you hit, the reward is good enough for it to be worth the risk. Make sense?
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But overall, and I'm not saying only predict. I mean, I'm not saying only react ever, but I'm saying whenever you can, make sure you're reacting. Okay?
Okay. Definitely.
All right. Let's get back into it.
Well, let's do it.
That was actually pretty good. Wouldn't have killed me though, so I would maybe save that read for kill percent.
Yeah. Too risky.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I know you go for it, so I'm just gonna start baiting it out a lot.
Yeah.
Like that. You should learn your down throw combos, by the way.
Yeah, my down throw combos are really bad. I don't think I'm grabbing you enough. Oops.
Yeah.
Have I grabbed you?
It's pretty hard to get grabs unless you've conditioned me to be afraid of your hitboxes.
Yeah, like it's like so you're so good at spacing.
Yeah, you wanna space safely, and yeah, I mean I don't really have a problem with that down here. That's fine.
Nice. Oh I gotta get out of here. Oh no. Oh wow. I thought for sure that was gonna be a parry.
See, like
Nice.
that was a prediction.
That was so good. Yeah.
But, you know, what's the risk, right? I'm at 69. Right. If I miss that back air, I might get like up tilted. It's not a huge deal. And if I hit it, it puts you in a terrible position. Plus, I kind of have a read on your jump habits. So.
Right.
Nice. Covered it. Thought maybe the wave bounce would get me out of the way.
Man, that kill is so early. That's crazy.
Yeah. By the way, no victory laps. Don't take a stock and then celebrate, because then you'll just get hit by a back air.
Yeah. I do that way too much. I'm like, oh, I actually did, and then I'm dead. I'm like, oh, well, I'm dead. All right.
Yep. Got to be conservative in those situations.
That nair from behind too. I got to really start doing that. I noticed you guys were doing that too. That nair kind of it goes from behind. So that's a short hop nair, but it's not a fast fall. Is that what it is?
Yeah, sometimes. Or I'll do a full hop as well. But yeah.
And I noticed you do that into ether, right? Into reverse ether.
You can. There's a lot of so nair combos.
I don't know if that's kind of advanced. Yeah.
No, it's not that it's advanced. It's that ether combos are inconsistent, so I don't do them, or I try not to do them too much.
Right.
At 0, you want to be going for like nair up tilt.
Okay.
And then higher up, you want to do nair up air. And if you learn those two combos, you'll be in pretty good shape. And then nair forward air at mid percents.
Right.
So yeah, and obviously there's more complicated, combo routes and things, but those are the basics that you need to absolutely know.
Okay.
And then, ooh, that actually hit me. Nice. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. And the thing is, reverse nair has less knockback than normal nair. And because of that, it combos much later. So you can get nair up air at much later percents and kill with the back hit versus the front hit.
Right.
Plus, it's like a weird, unpredictable timing that's hard to react to, so you'll get it a lot.
Damn. Oh no! I tried to air dodge way too early.
Yeah,
way
you
too
gotta
early, I think.
conserve
I
that
gotta
double
give it some
jump.
time. Yeah. I like that. That's good. That's very safe. Oh, nice. See? I gotta start doing that.
You were predicting, and I just
Yeah.
reacted to your prediction. There you go. Nice air dodge beat.
Oh. Oh, I gotta stop doing that.
Keep air dodging on the stage as well, which is incredibly risky.
Yeah. Yeah.
I keep getting these forward airs and taking your double jump. When in doubt, just go to ledge.
Yeah. You mean like? See, honestly, I don't even know what I'm doing wrong. I'm going. See, that was way too risky. Oh.
There's a lot of you'll double jump back onto stage, but still be able to be hit.
Right.
When you do that.
Oh, nice. That that was clean. I see you do that a lot. I can never land that online, by the way. I have trouble with that too.
It's because you're trying to predict. I was just reacting. I just sat there.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, okay. He put himself in this bad situation. I'm just gonna kill him."
Yeah. Like when you played against those Captain Falcon, that was hilarious. By the way, that video was really funny.
Thanks.
That
was
one that
weird.
rage quit.
Yeah, that was something.
I didn't know that about the rage quitting because I've had that happen where it lags real bad.
Yep.
And then I don't get any points. I'm like, wait, but I was still playing the guy. So did it just lag out? I lose my points. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you were playing a bot the whole time.
That's crazy. Cause my Ike's not even good. Like I play Ikes, I'll beat Ikes sometimes that are like definitely better than me. Like they got combos, everything, and I'm like, I beat them just because I'm doing like that stuff like that down tilt forward smash stuff like that. And and these Ikes are doing a lot of this in my face, and it's like, all right, I know they're gonna do it.
You're
so I'm
playing
just gonna
like he's Ganondorf.
yeah, exactly. That's the problem, I think.
So are you like in Elite Smash or around where are you?
I hit Elite with Ike like 4 different times, and I lost it like every time. So right now I'm like in the high 8 millions. Like I'm close to Elite.
So what?
I don't feel like I really deserve Elite with Ike. I mean, until I'm doing consistent combos, you know.
Yeah, I mean Elite is just the first stepping stone for sure.
Yeah.
Are you planning to go to tournaments at all?
No, I mean if I get good enough, I don't know. I want to be like good at Smash. I know it's kind of crazy to like pay for coaching. It's like why just to be good at the game, but I don't know. I like Ike, and I feel like I suck so bad. It's like I want to at least play good.
No, that's.
I mean,
that's like half my students. Don't worry about it.
Really? Yeah, I would like to go to tournaments, honestly, if I could. But some of these guys play so good, it's like I need a lot of practice. I mean, I only have like 200 hours in this game, 260 hours, I think.
I feel you. And I think there's a lot of people with that mindset of like, I don't want to go to tournaments until I'm ready. But
right.
At the same time, they're just like super fun. They're a really good
really?
time. Oh yeah, and you meet like all sorts of people with the same interests as you, like adults as well. Like I've met basically all my adult friends through the Smash scene. Like I'm 27, so I'm not a kid, and there are plenty of people my age there who go and just hang out, and we'll go for a beer after or something. So it's a great social.
I like that.
Yeah, it's so much
I like
fun.
that actually.
Yeah, no, I recommend it wholeheartedly. Because like how old are you?
Well, I'm 28 now. I just turned 28 out like last month. Yeah.
I got vibes you around my age.
Yeah.
So
I figured too, because I'm like I was watching your videos. I'm like, this guy has to be like around my age. I could just tell like he seems old, mature. And you had the beard. I rock the glasses too, like the same glasses as you.
Oh really?
That's why like I felt like I wanted to. I'm like I like this guy. Like I think he could like. I think it's important to have a coach that you can like relate to, and that's someone that you like, because you'll just absorb the information that much better, Especially if you like the teaching style, Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'm doing a good job, but yeah, I would recommend. Not only are they super fun social events, it's also the best way to get better. Not just because of playing in bracket, but because there's setups for friendlies, and you just play all sorts of people and learn things, and you can ask questions and learn matchups. And it's also just like it is so much more fun than Elite Smash.
Dude, I gotta be honest. Elite Smash, like playing like a decent amount of Elite, it's like God, I can't play this crap anymore.
Yeah, no, it is.
Like
it is.
George, the camping Samuses.
The lag.
Yeah, the lag is crazy.
Offline Smash is a totally different game.
Really? Yeah, I heard, but I just thought players were saying that just to say that. But I think there must be something to it.
Yeah, I mean, there's like like a fifth of a second delay just built into online. So
Yeah.
when it comes to reactions, because human reaction time is like a quarter second, right? So that's pretty
Right.
significant. That's like half of your normal reaction time added on. So
Right.
it makes the game very different. You know, obviously practice online will still help offline, but yeah,
Right.
it's different and it's way more fun.
Right.
And
And I think you're
you
from.
meet,
I
you
think
make
you said you
friends.
were right.
Where are you from?
Because I'm in PA, and I think you were. Are you North Carolina or South Carolina? Forget what you said.
I'm in
I
North
watch a lot
Carolina
of your
right now.
streams.
I'm
Okay.
yeah. I'm from South Carolina. Moved to Georgia. Lived in Georgia for many years, and then recently moved to
Okay.
North Carolina. But Georgia's
Oh, nice.
my home scene for Smash, I would say.
Oh, okay.
You're in Pennsylvania?
Yep.
Pennsylvania has a great scene. I recommend it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Philadelphia especially has a massive Smash scene.
Yeah, I'm like right outside of. I'm like a half hour from Philly.
Yeah.
So that'd be.
Probably I'd say a top 5 region in the U.S. actually in terms of
Really?
like, the skill of players, and they get
That's
really
crazy.
Yeah, there's some really big locals.
Wow.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing. And I think that's the best way. It's probably a really good way to get good, right? I mean, obviously, you're playing people that are
it's the only way. Yeah,
pretty decent. Right.
you just gotta not, results or whatever. They're fun, but you go to get better, and you go
Right.
and meet people, and it's really fun. That's my
Right.
recommendation.
Yeah,
it's what
definitely.
makes it's what makes Smash worth it for me. Is being
Wow.
able to go to those events, because
Yeah,
online play is
I'm
fun,
definitely gonna
but
consider.
yeah. Anyway, and plus, you get to test your skill and get better, and sometimes there's even money in it if you get good enough. But
Right. And the whole thing is like I think pools is like where you go and you just fight a bunch of people who are like, I guess, just trying to get to a certain bracket. I don't understand how the tournaments really work, but I know pools is like the starting area, right? Where they basically just weed out the people that aren't so good.
yeah, I mean pools.
Yeah.
Everyone has to play pools.
Right.
But it's like just like the first few rounds of a tournament are called pools sometimes if it's a
Right.
big enough tournament. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
It's just the way brackets are organized.
Okay.
You don't have a jump, so I planned to bully
Yeah.
you, but I missed the catch.
That's good, man.
See, that's a really
Yeah,
good
so-
nair right there.
Hey, you're so good at air dodging. It's crazy.
Thanks. I mean, I also play the Ditto constantly, so I know exactly what Ike's like to go for.
Yeah, I saw. Oh, that was clean. Yeah,
Yeah.
you were crushing those dittos last night. Those
that-
Ikes were good. I was like, damn. I'm thinking if he's gonna make me fight him, I'm gonna get mollywopped.
That's
the
okay.
best way to
That's how
learn,
you
right?
learn, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with VOD review. I mean, I want you to just look at these VODs, watch them in slow motion is the best way. And every time
Right.
something goes very wrong for you, think about why it did. Because,
Right.
there's always a reason. There's always something you did wrong. It's never just,
Right.
And I'm not sitting here like way in your head knowing exactly what you're going to do next.
Right.
I know the matchup, so I know what Ike's options are.
Right.
And I'm just sitting back and waiting and avoiding the things I know you can do. And
Right.
then reacting to what you do and beating you up for it. That's pretty much it.
Right.
And then there's an element to predicting, because like I have noticed that you have a bad double jumping habit, so I'll
Yeah.
try to get you in the air. And
How do I stop? Do I basically just?
you just got to know all your other options intimately well and mix
Yeah.
up. One thing I recommend you do more is fast fall neutral air dodge. Do you ever do this?
Like this? Like that?
So the
I think I'm
difference
doing it
is
wrong.
you're air dodging down. This
Oh,
is
okay.
you do a fast fall and then you let go of the stick and do a neutral air dodge, and look how fast you get to the ground.
Oh, like that. I mean, did I do it? I think I'm doing it a little too late.
You're
Crap.
doing it a little late, but you're doing the right thing. And this
wow.
is like the safest option to get to the ground. Obviously, it's still punishable. They can catch your landing.
Yeah, see, I kept doing this because I'm thinking like if I point down, it'll get me to the ground faster, but it's not. It's making me like stay in the air. It's actually kind of shooting me up a little bit,
Yeah,
which is weird.
it's because there's a set speed to an air dodge. Fast fall is faster than a
Oh,
directional
wow,
air dodge.
crazy.
Uh,
And that's a mix up on it. Like when you're in the air, you basically can mix your opponent up even if you're at disadvantage, right? Instead of just
yeah,
always
like
falling on top of your head, I could just fast fall or
yeah, like up tilt me and then try to catch my landing, and
Yeah.
try to up air me. See, like
Yeah.
I can get to the ground and be
Yeah.
invulnerable most of the way down.
Like by the time I got up into the air, you're already hitting the ground.
Yep. So that's one option. And then obviously there's like air dodging away. And then there's swinging at a disadvantage, which you actually swing at a disadvantage very well. You do the full drift with like a fair or a nair, which is nice. Which means you have good aerial control. And I can tell that you're using the C stick most of the time instead of using A, which is good.
Because otherwise, I think it drifts you forward if you go like this,
yeah,
right?
It affects your drift. Yeah. It's like, if you want to
Mm-hmm.
do a fair at a shield, and you do it with the buttons, it does this automatically.
Right.
When sometimes you need to do this, right?
Right.
So that's important. And that was my concern with you using 2 buttons. But if you can do it, you can do it.
I'm used to it now. I just kind of flick it. I just kind of move my thumb real quick over the C stick after I hit the 2 buttons. I mean, it's kind of weird, but like I've been doing it online so much, it's like, all right, it's fine.
Whatever works for you. You have better control than most people at your level, I would say.
Oh wow, really?
The main thing you need, your character control is good. You just need to practice some combos. So let me give you. We have about 4 minutes left. Let me give you a rap sheet of combos to practice. Let's start the game over so I can show you.
Yep.
So the basics. We will just go over the apps. I mean, I have a whole video on this, but I want to give you some specific homework of things I think you should start with.
Okay. And I noticed with Ike too. I feel like Ike is like an honest character. I don't know if that's kind of a true assessment of him, but I feel like if you don't have fundamentals, Ike is not a good character to use. Like I really feel like you can't really skeep by on him.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
Do you think that's true?
I think that's true at higher and higher level. I think at mid level sometimes you can get by just nairing. And because of that, there end up being gaps in some people's play. But for the most part, I'm with you. He's pretty fundies based. Okay, so homework. I'm gonna try to think of like the 5 combos I think you should just go into training mode and practice. Okay, I don't want to overwhelm you. There's more than that, but we'll just start with 5. So the first thing is at 0, nair up tilt. Guaranteed.
Okay, I like that one.
Yeah, guaranteed. True combo. It works. Like it'll still work at 23. It works for quite a while.
Wow.
It'll probably stop working at around 43 or 40ish.
Okay.
So yeah, that's an easy. It's like 18 damage or something. And it's not hard at all. So if you hit an air at 0, it's a true combo. There's nothing they can do. Nice. And then once you get to 43, or I mean, we're at 43, but in the 40ish range, just do nair fair, right? Super easy.
Okay.
Super just damage.
Right.
And then once we start getting to the higher percents, nair fair will still work at around 60, but our third combo is going to be nair up air. So there's the early version of it. Get you a little higher in percent here. And then at around 90, this is the harder one of the ones we're talking about. It used to be super easy, but now it actually is kind of hard to get at kill percent, and that's just nair up air to kill, which you have to do like a full double jump for. So you do a full double jump up air. We weren't quite at kill percent, and up air was a little bit stale there, but I should still be able to get it at this percent. See?
Damn, that's crazy. And that's without platforms, right? You don't need a platform for that?
No platform for that.
Wow.
Don't worry about platform combos yet. Those are step 3 or 4, not step 1.
Because I struggle with platforms for sure, but I guess that'll come later,
Yep. And then the good thing is, once you start getting those combos down, those 3 combos, 3 or 4 combos, whatever we went over, or I think it was 3 combos, people are going to start being afraid, right? Because they know that you can blow them up if you hit a nair, right?
Right.
So once that happens, you'll notice they're going to start shielding a lot.
Right.
And once they start shielding a lot, we can start grabbing. So you're going to be doing these nairs, right? They're going to be shielding and waiting to like out of shield you, or if they're anti-airing you, it's a different thing. What you can start doing is doing tomahawk grabs.
Yeah, I've been doing those online, and I haven't been doing them lately though. But those do work really well. It's basically where you fast fall grab, right? Like
exactly.
As a mix up. Yeah.
And then you're going to want to use down throw as your main combo tool.
Okay.
One thing about down throw is if you do down throw up air, it's going to be true from 0 all the way up to like 60.
What? I didn't know that. That's crazy.
You'll see here, yeah. True combo. Make sure you drift it forward and you'll cover most DI. There's some cool extensions you can do with platforms that we won't, like I'll show you, but you don't need to learn quite yet, but stuff like that.
Right.
But like all the way up to 60, like now, down throw, up air, still going to connect. You just have to follow DI. Once you get to this percent, it stops being true, and you'll have to go for other things. But
Uh-huh.
that's free damage, right? Off
Right.
grab, which is really good. At these percents, for now, I recommend you either go for up throw and try to get a forward air, snipe and jump or something, or throw people off stage and try to edge
Right.
guard or something like that.
And just try to go like I do
Yeah.
this a lot, but I think I do that too much. Whoops.
It's okay.
I did Google Ike, instead of doing a up B, I did a side B.
Yeah, and then I think that was only 4 combos. Let's see, what should be our... Okay, yeah, I know what it should be.
Okay.
There's one more combo, and that's a grounded combo. Let me
Okay.
get you to the correct percent here. Around like 30 to 60 or so.
Okay.
Down tilt fair. Super easy.
I like that one.
True
Yeah.
combo. Very free. And then at higher percents, it'll actually like kill. But it's got to be at very
Wow.
high percent. You could probably kill
Right.
it at like 100. But there we go. At 80, still connects perfectly fine. At 104, it probably still will connect here.
Right.
Yeah, very easy. And now our fair doesn't really kill very
crap.
early. It's okay. Our fair doesn't really kill very early, but that's a very good easy combo I think to practice for damage.
Right. And just those 4 to 5 combos, that's enough to just get to elite.
Oh yeah.
Like play at a high
for
level,
sure.
and then like I guess just practice like get those to where they're second nature, right? And then the other ones are I guess advanced.
Yeah, I mean there's some more easy stuff to learn, but those are you need to have combos, at least one combo at every percent, and that
Right.
will pretty much cover everything.
Yeah, I never keep track of the percentages too. That's another thing. I'm just looking like, oh, I got them at a high percent. I'm not thinking, oh wait, 80%. Let me do the double nair into up air. You know what I mean? I'm just
Yeah.
kind of just wailing stuff out.
It becomes pretty much automatic at a certain point, but yeah, you got to pay
Right.
attention to it, and the best way to do that is to go into training mode, set the percentages to where you need it, and just practice.
Okay.
By the way, make sure you put stale moves on if you're practicing in training mode, because it more accurately represents the knockback of an actual game. But yeah,
Really? Okay.
yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's our hour.
Okay.
Got another session coming up soon.
Yeah, this
I
was
hope
a lot
this
of
was
fun,
helpful.
man. I really learned I learned a ton actually. Really, this
Great.
was awesome.
Well, my
Yeah.
DMs are always open for questions, or if you want to schedule another session, maybe a follow up. But yeah, do that homework and get back to me. It can just be through DM or
Yeah.
whatever.
Absolutely, I'll let you know for sure. I'm going to be playing a lot of online today, so hopefully get something popping. Yeah.
Well,
Thanks,
good luck.
man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, the VOD will be up in not too long.
Nice. All right. I look forward to it.
Yep. Have a good one.
All right. Thanks. So have a good one, man.